What's going on, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Man of Real Talk podcast. I am your host, Mr. Mike Wiley, saying greetings and salutations to all of you, our faithful followers and listeners. Look, y'all already know we appreciate every like, every click, every share, or every download, whatever it is that you do to support this podcast, because I know that had it not been for y'all, wouldn't be no us, wouldn't be no Man Up. Just wouldn't exist. We appreciate y'all. Thank you. Listen, if it's your first time joining, I want to say welcome and hope you enjoy it. Hope you come back. And for those that are coming back for another helping, for a second spoonful, another dip, if you will, I say welcome back, because your boys is back on the air with the Man of Real Talk podcast, the podcast for the people. Mr. Hines will be joining me shortly. He's having some tech issues with his camera. I told him you can't get everything from Temu. Yes. But yeah, as soon as he gets that taken care of, he'll be coming in soon. Listen, it's Friday. That's right. It's the weekend. Hopefully y'all got some plans for this weekend. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to raise no big fuss about it. And I'm not trying to make a big deal, but your boy's birthday is Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord has blessed for me to be a wonderful 49 years old. I know I don't look it. You understand what I'm saying? This is some gray. It's a little gray, you understand? But yeah, man, I'll be 49 this Sunday. The Lord says the same. And so I'm excited about that. And I'm just excited to be here for another Friday night. We got through another week, y'all. We made it to another weekend. You know, some folks didn't make it over, but we did. Praise the Lord. And I'm just glad to see everybody, those that'll be watching live and those that'll come in at another time and watch it, you know, and go back and rewatch it, however it is that you view this thing. Even if you're just listening to it, just listening to it. Listen, I appreciate you. And I thank you for joining. We got some good stuff that we're going to talk about. I'm really trying to figure out what's going on with Phil. I mean, look, I get it. You may not have a camera, but people know what you look like. Just come on in. You don't need a camera. Just come on in. Come on in the room so we can get you on here. But we got some good things I think we're going to talk about today. It's not, I don't even know why I just laughed as I'm about to mention this. But those of y'all that may not know, O.J. Simpson passed. I said, Lord, the juice then been poured in that great big blender in the sky. He gone, y'all. He joining his wife, I'm assuming. Depending on where he going and where she went. I don't know what direction they both went in. All I know is that he on the other side. And who knows? Maybe they'll see each other, you know. But you know what's I will say this. What's crazy is that when I saw the news of him passing, they didn't say, you know, Heisman Trophy winner or Hall of Fame running back O.J. Simpson. They said how did they refer to him? I mean, it was they basically referred to him by his trial. You know, they all one of these websites almost want to call him a convicted killer, but they couldn't do it because he wasn't convicted. You know, but they did not say O.J. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find that article real quick. I just thought I'm like, now, out of all the things that they mentioned, you would think they would have just said, hey, Hall of Fame running back. No, ma'am, no, sir. They did not say that. Yeah, it was more like O.J. Simpson, who was infamously acquitted for his ex-wife's murder, has passed away at age 76. No mention of him being a Hall of Fame running back. No. That stuff didn't matter. He was acquitted of killing his wife. That's how they remembered him and how they presented that information to the general public. It was nothing about him he played in the NFL for X amount of years. They didn't care. They was like, nope, that man, O.J. Simpson, who was acquitted of killing his wife, died. I was like, man, they just think O.J. can't catch a break one way or another. I just thought that was hilarious. It wasn't funny. Please, let me say him dying wasn't funny. And actually, the way that they referred to him was not funny, but it was just, it's the media. The media is something else, man. And that's another reason why I do this stuff too, because I try to give you all information that's unbiased. And so, y'all, it ain't, I don't have any affiliations with any networks or anything like that. So the stuff that you hear on here is it's just my own biases, but it's not influenced by money or people and things like that. It's just influenced by the filters of my life, Okay, I think we got Phil here. Hold on a second. Him being Phil for X amount of years. Got everything turned up.
Man, be quiet.
I don't understand how come you can't get a camera to work, sir.
Because when you send me the invite, remember when you send me an invite, I'm trying to get in. So if I had invite anytime early, I would have known the problem. I would have had it fixed. Just got the invite, Mike. We here though.
You don't check your computer before you log on before we go on.
What am I checking my computer? No, I'm talking about checking to get into StreamYard, Mr. Wiley. When you send me the invite, it says I do what I gotta do, and it didn't let me go into my camera, so I had to close some things down.
What I tell you about going on Pornhub before we do this podcast, man?
Mike, ain't nobody on no porn. How you doing, brother?
Get off them live cams.
How you doing, though?
I'm chilling, man. How's everything going?
What's good, people? What's good?
How's everything going with you? I was just talking about the juice.
R.I.P. R.I.P. The juice gone.
Yeah, man. The juice has been blended.
Mike, don't do that, Mike. Don't do that. Come on, man. Don't do that, Mike. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Mike. Don't do that. Come on, man. Don't do it. He said juice been blended. Mike, R.I.P. R.I.P. to Erythritol James.
You can't even say his name.
That is his name. Whatever. Some James Simpson. R.I.P.
Oh, Lord. The juice is loose.
Yeah, juice gone.
Who drank all the juice?
Just think, man, we act the fool for him when he's going through that trial. We hooped and hollered when he got found not guilty.
Yeah.
And it was a documentary that ESPN did, and when the black folks was like cheering him on, going into Brentwood, his crib. He's in a police car, and he said, where all these ninjas come from? But R.I.P. Juice. R.I.P.
The juice. I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Hey, that was his saying. But they showed, but when he got off on, but when he got found not guilty, the white folks showed him he was black because they all shunned him.
Yeah, I will say, and I've always said, do I believe that he killed his wife? No. Do I believe he know who did it? Yes. I believe he knows who did it. I do.
I think he do too.
Because he cut the check. He paid him. That's why I know he know who did it. He paid him.
I think it was. I think it was something else that got that woman and that young man killed. But I don't like. So I just keep it to
Yeah,
myself.
you know what got them killed? A contract.
Ain't no contract get them killed.
Oh yes, it was.
No contract got killed.
Juice
No
had a contract for them.
killed.
He did, man. he,
Man.
he had one drawn up.
Old Juice.
Yeah. Yeah, so he passed away, man. And you know, it's one of those things, bro. It's you know, he was loved all over the world, and then
he was hated too.
He was hated by at least half of it, probably, you know, and that seems to be how it go, man. It's like we protect people, we cover people, and we champion them and we rally them, and then they just be like, "All right, nigga, thank you," and that's it.
Yeah,
you know, and it was you kind of hated to see that, because it was like, you know, these you know, the people who you strive so hard to be around, you know, wanted you dead. And at least, you know, at least in prison for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know, and we supporting and was, I mean, dude, I remember when the judgment came down.
Oh yeah.
And it was like you would have thought your favorite team won the championship.
Man, folks lighting the grill up, man.
Bro, people was
walking around the hood drinking nothing but orange juice.
People was barbecuing because OJ Simpson got acquitted.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was just crazy, and we was really, really behind this dude.
Yeah,
it was hurtful to hear him, you know, to really hear him say some stuff like, "I'm not black, I'm OJ," because he really felt that his fame superseded, you know, who he was. And
it was this white guy in the documentary said that white folks sometimes have a way when they're ready for you, they will put that nigga suit back on you, and that's what they did to OJ.
Man, listen,
those white folks that would love him so much, they was shunning him and stuff.
Yep, they keep it dry cleaned and hanging up, waiting for you.
I tell you, man, be careful. All them smiling in your face don't mean they like you. Just exceptional right now, but you step out of line, and you look at a lot of these celebrities right now that hang with the rich and white.
Yeah,
when you start speaking up, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's just that's the way it go. That's why I say it's cool, but you still got to stay true to who you are. Don't get wrapped up in that thinking that you really are exceptional. You're not like the rest of your people, because soon you say something they don't like, or soon you don't agree with something that they agree on, they're gonna show you that yes, you are. There's a true thing as a nigga wake up call. My bad, brother Eddie, for saying that right now, but that is true.
Look, why we be acting like Eddie a preacher when we say the N word? Like, I can't say that around here.
No, I respect brother Eddie, man.
I do too. I just find it funny that we do that. But
it's really helping us in the long run because you know it's really helping us in the long run. But Eddie got you, and I'm telling you, Eddie, no.
Yeah. He definitely got that
ninja wake up call is real in this world, man. It is, and a lot of people don't realize. Look at Puffy, man. If Puffy hadn't started speaking out, none of this would be going on. Kanye lost like $3-4 billion when he started speaking out.
Yeah.
You musicians start thinking that you're really one of them, and truth be said, you're not. So stay true to who you are.
Yeah, it's a fact of life, man. Listen, gotta say what's up to everybody that's here. Eddie, appreciate you for popping in, man, and joining us. Jasmine, I don't know if she's still here, but she popped in to say, hey, we appreciate you. Eric, what's going on,
bro?
Appreciate you. Tina, I see you. Thank you for joining in.
How you doing?
And hanging out with us. Yeah, it is sad. Even in death, they still say, you know, he's guilty. But It's just like with Michael Jackson. Same thing about him. This a lot of people still try to say he
Let
did
them
what he
folks
did.
rest, man. They ain't here no more, so they can't hear none you saying.
Yeah.
Whatever that man did or didn't do, he's not here no more. So just let it rest, man. Let it rest.
Agreed. So listen, a couple of things we want to talk about tonight. OJ wasn't the main topic. It was just something that happened in the interim. But I want to talk about it. I wanted to talk about a couple of things. First, I want to talk about someone sent me this video, and I'm gonna play it for you guys, and I want to get your opinion of it. This gentleman was talking about generational wealth, and he kind of gave his opinion on it. I'll just play it, and then we'll talk about it. Let me get it queued up here, as they say in Baltimore. Queued up. Yeah. Let me get it queued up. And bow. All righty. All right, y'all check this out, and y'all tell me what you think.
Wealth, which I hate that term. I hate that term.
Why?
Because it's a marketing. It turned into a marketing strategy.
Facts.
And especially in our community.
Yes.
And I'm tired of our people constantly shoving that down our people's throat about generational wealth, and then making people feel what's the word I want to use? Guilty that they're not setting their next generation up so that they could supposedly live that generational life. Everybody, if you listen to the word, is generational, means continual, okay? Not generational meaning one generation. You understand? So parents, you're doing your thing. Be proud of yourself. You busting your tail. You sending your kids to the best school that you can give them. You also want to better yourself. Bravo to you. Put your kids in the best position to then pass them the baton and let them do their job. So I really wish that we would stop this generational wealth marketing to our people and then making our people. This is the reason why our people are doing penitentiary chances.
Real talk.
This is the reason why our people are doing these PPP scams and all the other stuff that they're doing that'll get your ass locked up because you feel that you need to do this to level your family up. Nah, this takes time. This takes time. Our people constantly shoving that down our people's throat about generational wealth and then making people.
Nothing. So, yeah. What do you guys think? I have an opinion, but I don't want to just throw it out there because I am interested in I'm really interested in seeing what you guys think about it. He says that generational wealth is a marketing tool. He said that generational wealth is a term to make Black people feel guilty because they haven't done anything to set their kids up for the future. And, because generational is continual. It means generational. It don't just mean one generation. And so, do the best you can. Send your kids to the best schools if you can. But that generational wealth stuff, don't worry about that. That stuff, don't bother with that. Just do what you can. What do you guys think? Phil, what do you think?
No, I have no problem with what he said.
Okay.
Because I could take the context of what he means. He's using the generational, that whole thing, but the context is there are people that put a lot of pressure on themselves to achieve something that they're not even in the position. First of all, let's say this. You can't be talking about any type of generational wealth if you're not doing nothing right now to gain any type of generational wealth. Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing. And when you steady, and it's a lot of people when you got enough pressure on you, Mike, you just put extra pressure on you. And pressure busts pipes. And you get enough people to believe that, it's going to be people that's going to do whatever to reach that status. Like we was talking about the PPP loans. And yeah, it was some that took them. It was a lot of them that took them and just went on trips and stuff. But it was some that used it to help them start things. I told you, it's like the drug dealer. The drug dealer want to go legit. So what he started doing now is he's trying to put his money into some legitimate businesses. So when he get out, but he's still breaking the law in the process of what he's doing. That's what it come down to. Pressure bust pipes. And you got a lot of people that, I mean, we got to stop living in this la-la land. Like everybody's going to be a millionaire. Everyone is not going to be rich, Mike. There's going to be people that's going to work 9 to 5s for the rest of their lives. So if you're not in a position right now, I can't say that I'm trying to gain generational wealth and I'm working a job that's paying me $10 an hour and I'm living and I'm living somewhere where my mortgage is taking like I got to work 2 jobs to pay my mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? It's some people that's living like that and that's going to live like that. We're all not going to be millionaires in this world. And we do have to stop this delusion that we're all going to be rich one day. Because the truth being told, we're not. All we need to do is do what we need to do to take care of our families and take care of our own. Don't put pressure on yourself to achieve something that you might not be meant for you to achieve. And I truly think that some people might have a problem with what he's saying because of his delivery. Because we're so enamored with people that talk proper and say their words correctly. So sometimes the message don't get reached because of the messenger. But I'm gonna be real with you, Mike. I don't care who agrees, who don't agree with me. I have no problem with what he said. Basically, what he's saying is stop putting pressure on you that you don't need to live up to this certain status.
I mean, I don't agree. With most of the stuff he said, I don't agree. 90% of the stuff he said, I don't agree with. The only thing that I agree with is that, you do the best that you can. But one of the problems that I have with what he said is that it's a marketing tool, right? What is generational wealth trying to market? Let me ask that question. When you talk about generational wealth, what is me telling you, hey Phil, man, we need to start looking into some stuff, so I can start setting some stuff up, man. I need to really, really start thinking about, building some generational wealth for my family. How is that a marketing tool? I'll wait.
But Mike, what you need to understand is, Mike, that's his opinion. It don't make it might not be right to you because that's not how you see it. That was his opinion. That's the difference. I get what you're saying. If you want to believe in generation,
I haven't even said anything yet, but go ahead.
You say I'll wait. And I replied. And what I was saying was that's his opinion.
Yeah, look, Tina want to raise you an offering because you was preaching.
Stop it, man.
Stop it's right there in the comments. She want to raise you an offering.
Stop it.
Because you was preaching. Look. Sometimes we gotta look at things for what it is, right? There are a lot of times when stuff is not presented to you to make you feel guilty. Sometimes it's just because you lack the knowledge.
You can't really say that, Mike.
Yes, it is, dude. It's not always trying to make you feel guilty. I don't know what it is with us when we're presented with information. Some of us get taken aback, like, well, why I got to do that? Well, you don't have to do it, and he's absolutely right.
Exactly.
You don't have to do it. But the problem that I have with what he's saying is how he's trying to downplay generational wealth. He's trying to downplay it, like it's not a thing. And then he goes on to contradict himself and say it's generational. Okay, so if it's generational, understanding that you may not understand that you and nobody. And here's the thing, where you get it wrong. Nobody is saying that you have to be a millionaire.
Mike, listen to
But
what
hold on.
No, Mike.
Did I not let you?
I'm not saying
that,
Mike.
But did I not let you?
Go
did
ahead,
I not
Mike.
let you speak?
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
You did say everybody's not going to be a millionaire.
That's reality, Mike. That's reality. That's the real world that we live in.
But nobody is saying that you're going to be a millionaire. No, nobody is saying that. But what I'm saying is that when you talk about generational wealth, all you're doing is saying, what can I do to establish something so that future generations after me don't have to struggle like I did, don't have to worry about where their bills is coming from like I did, don't have to sit up and be trying to rob Peter to pay Paul like I did, to pass on something, to establish something with them that they can build on so that they can pass it on to the next generation. And it can be passed on to the next generation. Let me tell you let me give you an example. I worked for a company where I wasn't a stockbroker, but I was able to assist people with selling shares and transferring shares of stock, right? I did that for some years. And one of the things I noticed is that a lot of Caucasian people bought stock or buy shares in companies and stuff like that. And then they say, well, here's what I'm going to do. I have a kid, so I'm going to buy this kid 2 shares of this particular stock. And then by the time he turns 21, he should have X amount of stocks. Now, this is not about the stock market. Please don't come at me talking about, well, you don't know how the market's going to go. I'm not talking about playing the market. I'm talking about just buying shares in an established company, letting the dividends that you get back from those shares buy more shares for you. There was a lady who I assisted, and she had shares for her children. She bought stock in the company, and then that stock that she had over the course of 10 years, 20 years multiplied. And she had enough stock where she was able to divvy them out and give them all to her kids, which at that time, that particular stock, with the number of shares that they had, each one of her kids had the equivalent of about $15,000. Now, $15,000 ain't a lot of money, but you know what $15,000 can do? It can help you get a house. It can help you get a car. It can help you get established where you're not struggling out the gate to get things going in your life. Generational wealth is also not just money. It's knowledge. It's something that you can pass down and say, here, this will serve you in the future. And it's something that you can learn, and it's something that you yourself can utilize, and you can teach your kids when they come up, and they can utilize this and it can help them. So when you talk about generational wealth, it's not always about money.
But Mike, listen. The whole thing is this, Mike. That's your opinion. But you can't sit here. No, Mike. Listen, you can't sit here and say that just cause you don't agree with what somebody say they have lack of knowledge and all that. The man gave you a reason why he didn't like it.
Because he said he thought it was a marketing tool.
But that's his opinion, though, Mike. He has a right to his opinion, and you can't just because I don't agree with it. He's just wrong. You can't do that, Mike.
I am not. First of all, I'm not saying that his point of view is wrong, but he can have whatever.
Mike, to you,
but, Phil, it's misinformation. Mike, this is the problem that I have,
Mike. You can't say just because I disagree with it, it's misinformation.
Okay, so what do you think, Mike? What do you think generational wealth is, Phil?
You can't do that.
What do you think generational wealth is?
Generational wealth is more than money.
No.
It's not just about money.
What?
We're talking about that man's opinion. And I can agree with him.
Okay.
Don't put pressure on yourself that you don't need trying to live up to the status.
That's not generational
That's
wealth.
what he was, but to him, that's what he was stating. And that's the whole thing what he was saying.
That's why it's misinformation.
It's not misinformation. You telling people they don't need to put pressure on themselves to live to a status.
Bro,
just because you don't agree with it, you can't call it misinformation, right?
Phil,
this is like you don't want anybody to say
I'm gonna let you finish.
You misinformed about something you say. You can't do that, Mike.
Okay, so here's the thing. People put pressure on themselves from stuff that they see on Facebook. Is that generational wealth?
Mike,
I'm asking
Come on,
you a
Mike,
question.
Man. You can't do that, Mike. You can't do that, man.
I absolutely can.
No, you can't, Mike.
Can.
You got to write to your opinion just like everybody else, Mike. And we can't sit there and say someone don't know what they're talking about or they misinformed because I disagree with what they're saying, Mike.
Okay.
You can't do that, especially when the man gave an explanation of why he don't like it.
But it was Phil. But but you can't tell me that somebody can't give you misinformation if your understanding isn't right.
Who is us to say that man misunderstanding is right, Mike? Because we don't agree with what he's saying. Who is us to say that, Mike?
You know, you're absolutely right. So my question to you is, what do you think generational wealth is? And don't say it's just money.
I said it's not money. I just said that.
So what
you building a legacy for your family? That's generational wealth. But to him, what he's saying basically is you have people, which is true, that are putting stress that they don't need on themselves to live to a status because you have to live by this. Oh, I gotta have this, and if I don't have this, I'm a failure. And you got some people that take that serious, Mike. You might not take it serious, I might not take it serious. But there's a lot of people in this world that take those type of things serious where they have to live, they feel that if they don't live to this standard, their life is a failure. You have people out there like that. So I can't sit there and say this man is uninformed or don't know what he talks. I can't do that because that's the way he's looking at it, and he gave me an explanation why. But that's all I'm saying, Mike.
But nobody is saying he doesn't have a right to his opinion.
But you're saying he's wrong.
I'm saying his interpretation of what generational wealth is wrong. His interpretation of what generational wealth is, it's wrong.
Okay.
So you're going to tell me that generational wealth just simply means you putting pressure on yourself?
Mike, I did not say that, Mike. I was just telling you what he was saying. That's all I was saying. I didn't say not one time that I say generational wealth.
Nobody is saying
what I'm saying.
Nobody is saying that his opinion is not his opinion.
What I'm saying is, if you listen to what the man's saying, generational wealth really ain't even the vocal point of what he's saying. He's telling you is
that's what he led off. That's what he led off with.
Okay, Mike, but what I'm saying is, if you, like I said, sometimes people delivery, and once a person don't agree with them, if you listen to what the man's saying, Mike, the man is basically saying, stop putting pressure that you don't need on yourself to live to a status that's a good chance that you might never not get to. And then you're going to look at yourself as a failure. Like I said, you might not look at it like that. I might not. But there are people in this world that do look at life like that. If I don't get to this status, my life is just dirt. That's all I'm saying, Mike. You have a right to your opinion. But what I'm saying is, I just can't dismiss what that man's saying simply because I don't agree with it. But to be the point, I got the gist of what he was saying.
I didn't but see, and I guess you don't see the danger in it. Because it's just like somebody who there's a lot of people whose opinion that says that DEI is worthless. It's stupid. Why do we want to use DEI? Do you know what DEI is?
What is DEI, Mike?
DEI is basically almost like affirmative action. It's all it's saying is that, listen, as a company, we want to encourage you to hire people of diversity. We want you to be more diverse in your hiring. There's a lot of people who opinion says that hiring people of different ethnicities and different backgrounds will actually bring down the workforce. So if this company has more white people and someone says you need to hire some black people, some brown people, and some yellow people, and their opinion is no, I don't want to hire any black people because it's gonna bring my company down. It's their opinion, but it's a misinformed opinion.
But it's still their opinion, though, Mike.
I'm not saying that he can't have his opinion, but you can't say that he's not misinformed.
I can't say that man's not. You can't say I can't sit there and say that man misinformed because
yes, you can. Yes, you can because what he was associating generational wealth with. He was associating generational wealth with putting pressure on yourself, and you shouldn't do that. Don't worry about generational wealth because you'll eventually get there. But the thing is like it has to start somewhere.
It do, Mike. It has to start.
All I'm saying is that the way he downplayed it.
Mike, you didn't like his message, Mike. That's simple as that. You didn't like the way he delivered it, Mike. As simple as that. You didn't like the way he delivered it.
Don't do that BS. Don't do that.
You did, Mike.
No, it's not. I don't care how he delivers it. But people don't like my delivery, and I don't care. I don't care. If I'm misinformed, I'm misinformed. I don't like your delivery sometimes, but I respect. I respect what you say.
But
my point is that
sit back and steady keep saying that just because I don't agree with someone, they're misinformed.
So now you're telling me you're telling me that my opinion is wrong, right?
No, you have a right to your opinion. But that's your opinion. Like that's his opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong because that's the way you feel. Just like I can't say he's wrong because that's the way he feels, Mike. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you're wrong.
And what I'm saying is when it comes to generational wealth, this is the basis of the conversation because that's what he started with. When it comes to generational wealth, I don't even like that term because it's a marketing tool, which he never even explained how it's a marketing tool. And then he said, I don't like how our people be trying to force it down our throats. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? See, this is one of those times where it's like when you say stuff like that.
Wait a minute, Mike. You don't know what that man is hearing, Mike. We don't know what he's hearing.
Oh,
you don't know. You don't know what that man hearing. God. Just because you're not hearing something don't mean the next person not hearing it, Mike. That's all I'm saying. Different strokes for different folks, Mike. We all don't live the same life. We all not going through the same things. Right. So you don't know what that man is going through or what he's hearing.
Okay.
I guess someone's taking him through.
I guess the people that say, the Grand Canyon is a backdoor to Africa, they could be right because I don't know what they be hearing.
Oh my God, Mike. Mike.
Phil, Mike. I'm basing my opinion off of what was presented and how he presented it.
And you had that right, Mike, to base your opinion off of that. But you still can't sit in and say that this man is misinformed and this and that because you don't agree with him.
Because it's my opinion. He can sit up there and say everything. I agree with him. And yeah, I see what he's talking about. There's so much pressure.
No, I do agree with the pressure. I do agree with
I do
agree with that.
Because misinformation is a thing.
That's not misinformation what he said about people putting pressure on themselves to live up to something. That's not misinformation, Mike.
Jesus T. Christ. You just gonna punch on that one.
Oh, you can't because you said misinformation. So I thought you was talking about that.
No, I'm not. Okay. You got to be careful because to just dismiss generational wealth like it's nothing is dangerous. That's all I'm saying. It's like when you sit up there and you make it seem like it really. Listen, y'all ain't gonna be no millionaires, so don't try to establish your family.
No one said that, Mike.
Yeah, Phil.
No. He said, send your kids to school, do what you got to do. He said that. He didn't say don't do nothing to establish your family. But in reality, Mike, everyone's not going to be rich, Mike. The best thing you can do is work hard and take care of your family.
I'm not saying that everybody is going to be rich. But at what point, when do you start trying? Let's ask that question. because everybody can just work and just pay bills and be fine. And you can do that until the day that you die. And when you die, you may have a small life insurance claim, you may not, or whatever the case may be. But when do we break the cycle of saying, well, my family's going, the way I came up was like this, so my family's going to do it that way. When do we start?
So wait a minute, Mike.
That's all I'm saying. When does it start? Because if we keep casually passing it off to the next generation, we keep casually saying, well, they'll do it. I did my part, and then they'll do it, because it's continual. That's what he said. It's continual. So it's no pressure, because it's continual. No pressure. Just do what you can, and it's no pressure. When do you start?
But Mike, you can't downplay that, because there's no pressure in the process. You still do what you're supposed to do. That's the main purpose. You still do what you're supposed. You still do what you're supposed to do.
So when do you start setting up the generational part? When does that start?
When you come to conclusion saying that you want to start generational wealth, that's when you start. But we can't sit here and say that we're going to get generational wealth and we're sitting there with nothing. And you're not trying to put no plans in to start generational wealth. Simple as that. But if you want generational wealth, start doing something that's going to bring generational wealth. That brother just said he don't like that phrase, and he has that right, Mike.
But when you have someone that presents it to people in such a way that make it just seem like, listen, it's a marketing ploy. It's really nothing to it. Just do what you can. You are downplaying it. And everybody that's in this chat talking about, it's just his opinion. I guarantee you that everybody in this chat at one point in time has said, you know what? Mike, we gotta. Can I finish, please? Am I interrupting you? I guarantee you, everybody in this chat at one point in time has said, I need to set up something for my kids, whether it's a college fund, whether it's a bank account. All of that is generational wealth. You got to get something established somewhere. And Mike, when you down, and the way he was saying it, and I understand it was a 30-second clip, whatever. I get that. I'm going off of what was presented in the clip. For those of you all that saying it's no content and no context, I'm going off of what he said. He may went into a whole deeper definition. But based off of what he said it. Generational wealth was a marketing tool. I asked the question, what is generational wealth marketing? What is that marketing? And no one has yet to answer that.
Mike, that's his opinion. That's why no one's not going to answer. Because that's his opinion as a marketing tool. So that's the way he feels, Mike.
So it's okay to give misinformation if it's your opinion.
Mike, you got your own man. You got your own man to lead some, to understand some. Now, if you sitting around letting another person tell you how to live your life, you need to go see a site. That you need to go see. You got your own man. That's that man's opinion. Yes, I agree with the pressure part, but it's not like I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna bump that. No, I'm not talking like that. Just like you don't agree with it and you stick it to it because you got your own man, Mike. But we still cannot dismiss that that's the way he feels.
Nobody is dismissing this man's feelings.
What I'm saying,
you are you missing it,
Mike.
Bro.
I'm not, okay. Mike. What I'm saying is, Mike, it's not the fact that you're saying that. Oh, he's a generational. Yeah, okay, he said all that stuff, man. But you got your own man, Mike.
It's all right.
You got your own brain.
You're right. So look, everybody, y'all have y'all opinions about generational wealth. Do it, don't do it, whatever. I mean, because it's I'm done. It's I'm attacking his opinion, and you can't tell that man can't have an opinion. I'm not even trying to go there with you right now.
Come on, we have a conversation, Mike. It ain't that serious.
I don't know. I'm fine. Let's see. Cena says, "Oh my God, it's annoying when black people swear they spitting, but they looking ignorant with their explanations." But then don't you go and agree with this man, Tina? I'm confused. You got to let me know. I don't think you understand the term either. This is what I'm saying. And this is why you can have an opinion about things, but your opinion can be based on misinformation. And all I'm saying is that his opinion is based on misinformation. And when and if you're basing your opinion off of that, when you are misinformed, you can misinform others. But now I understand. Maybe, I don't know what he's been hearing because I'm not in his circle. I don't know. He may not be misinformed. He just, he's just saying what he's just saying what he's hearing. He's defining the term in his own understanding.
Thank you, Eddie. That's all he's doing, man. That's all
he doesn't understand what it is.
It's still his opinion, Mike. This is what this is what you don't understand. That's his opinion. It's like you got your opinion, Mike.
What you don't understand is that I'm not arguing his opinion. I'm disputing the fact that he's giving misinformation. It's just like, in my opinion, 1 + 1 = 3.
I get it, Mike. All right, Mike. All right.
In my opinion.
I get it, Mike. I get it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
No, you don't. And it's cool. It really is. He's defining the terms of his own understanding. They say Christmas has become a marketing tool to justify ending Christmas. Yeah, that's true. It has to start someplace. That's all I'm saying. I agree with Phil. It's the meaning, not the content. I guess. I don't think it's I don't think it's marketing because in the way it has been used to market. I think we as a people may use the term a lot, but we just don't out the true action behind it. That's true too. Let's see. What defines wealth? Wealth doesn't always mean money. I agree. I will also contend that generational wealth is intellectual, financial, spiritual, and relational. It's not just about money. Plus, he ignores the generational wealth paid into him. It's not just money. No, it's a marketing tool. Andrew Carnegie wrote The Gospel of Wealth, explaining how we distribute wealth to our families. It's worth reading and knowing. And you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm a little offended at the fact that you told me I don't like the way he said something.
Mike, all I said was, Mike, maybe it was his delivery that you didn't like. You didn't like his delivery.
Let me tell you something. If I didn't like his delivery, I would have said, I don't like how he said that.
Okay, Mike. All right. Okay, Mike. I don't want to argue, man. I don't want to argue.
Oh, it ain't no argument. No, this ain't no argument.
I don't want to argue.
This is a discussion, sir.
No, it's not a discussion, man. We can agree to disagree.
Well,
we agree to disagree because I never said you was wrong. I never said you was wrong.
You did say I was wrong. Yes, you did.
I didn't say you was wrong in your opinion. I said you had the right to have your opinion. I want to ever say you was wrong in your opinion.
I will go back.
I always said you had the right to
I will go back and
what I said is I'm not going to dismiss his opinion just because you can't do that because you don't agree with Mike. Listen, man, we going around in circles. Come on, let's get on J. Cole, bro.
I'm confused by his argument. I don't want to talk about J. Cole. I'm confused by his argument. He says he doesn't like Look, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I was saying, Eric. His argument is that he doesn't like generational wealth, but then he says pass the baton as best as you can.
So basically, gonna go through the comments to just.
I'm going through the comments
because we always like a horse, man.
I'm going through the comments because we always go through the comments. Stop playing. Generational criminals in some families. That's the only knowledge they know and have to pass down. That's true. I gotta go back and watch. Yeah, go back and watch if you haven't already watched it, Tim, go back and watch the video. Every man has the right to his opinion, but facts are stubborn realities. Yeah. Let's see what else who is he that y'all referred to? It was a video that I played earlier. Yeah. I'll if you go back and watch it, you'll see it. Someone needs to take that brother's side, talk to him about the real definition of generational wealth so he doesn't see himself as a marketing campaign. See, look, Phil's shaking his head because he don't agree with what you said.
Because the whole thing was I was taking the gist of what he was saying. I was taking the gist of what he was saying. You stuck on generational wealth. I'll tell you basically what.
And you're stuck on not being a millionaire and putting pressure on people. Tell me you're not.
Whatever, Mike.
Tell me you're not.
Whatever, Mike, man. Whatever, man.
Now it's whatever.
I'm not trying to argue, man. And
now it's whatever.
Debate, Mike. Everything don't have to be a debate, brother-in-law. Everything don't have to be a debate, man. Let's just agree to disagree and just keep it pushing, man. I won't do that.
They use it sometimes as a marketing tool. How? I asked this question. How? And no one has answered me how they use it as a marketing tool. How is it using it as a marketing tool? Generational wealth is a mindset. Transferred wealth is tangible. The wealth we pass down to our kids is tangible. People don't, what Tina say? Tina said people don't know what they don't know. They just go by what they understand, which is why everybody shouldn't have a mic. I'm confused. We can set things up for now for our grandkids and their kids, but it's still a mindset that most won't adopt because we don't know how. That's true. Wealth ain't got nothing to do with passing knowledge. Knowledge is your truth, not everyone else. Like the Bible said, train a child in the way that he should go. He didn't say nothing about teach them nothing. Knowledge is someone you know. Knowledge is someone you know or think you know may or may not be true. That's true. So, again, it was never a dispute about his opinion. He has a right to his opinion, but when you spread misinformation, there's a danger in spreading misinformation. And when you try to play it like generational wealth is just something that's not tangible, and that's the problem. And everybody's talking about he has a right to his opinion. I never said he didn't have a right to his opinion. Never said that. But if you're going to present information, you need to present the correct information. And the information that he's presented, whether it's based off of his experience or not, is not correct.
To you, Mike.
No, it's not to me, Phil.
You. He might not think that, Mike. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not
got the right to think the way he wants to think.
I know he thinks what he said. I know what he thinks because he said it. I understand that's what he thinks, and that's fine. But what you don't seem to understand, what I'm getting at is the fact that just because you believe it doesn't mean that it's right. It just don't. There's a lot of white people that believe that you shouldn't exist. But does that mean it? And it's their opinion.
That's their opinion, Mike.
But is it right? Is it right? Yes or no?
Whatever, Mike.
Yeah, now it's whatever. All right. Two things can be true at once. You can have an opinion, and that opinion could be wrong and not based on fact. That's all I'm saying. He can have his opinion. He can absolutely have it. There's a lot of people that have an opinion about what we're going to talk about. Some people have their opinion based on how they feel, but does it mean it's right? Not necessarily. It just means that they have an opinion. And you can have an opinion. You can have an opinion based off of misinformation. That's all I'm saying. All this talk about he can have his opinion, and you can't tell him he can't have his opinion. I never said he couldn't have an opinion.
No, you just tell him that his opinion is wrong because
it's based off of misinformation.
That's the way you feel, Mike. That's what I'm saying. And you have that right to feel that way. It's like this is like somebody saying you're wrong or something. You're gonna, and I know you're gonna feel some type of way if somebody tell your opinion is wrong.
Phil,
you have the right to feel that it's wrong, Mike. But what I'm saying is, I can't say that's your opinion. That man might not think he's wrong.
I know he don't think he's wrong, and that's the problem.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Come on. Let's talk about J. Cole.
Phil,
talk about J. Cole.
I got you, Mike. No, because see, the danger in that is that you're saying that it's okay to give misinformation.
I didn't say it's okay, Mike.
Yes, it is.
No, I didn't.
That's what
all I said was that man has. I'm not co-signing nothing. I'm co-signing he has the right to have an opinion. Just like you have an opinion, he has the right to have an opinion. That's what I'm co-signing, Mike. That's all I said.
And I'm saying that he's misinformed, and you're like, no, he's not, Mike. That's his opinion.
I say you have the right to have that opinion, Mike. But that don't mean because you feel he's wrong, he gotta feel he's wrong. Because you feel he's wrong, he don't have to feel that way about what he's saying.
I know he don't have to feel that way, Phil. But he's misinformed.
Okay, Mike. And now one time I tell you was wrong. All I'm saying is, man, everyone has the right about their opinion. Whether I feel it's wrong, I can't sit here and say that man's wrong if he feels that he's right about that.
Oh, all right. So let me ask you. You know what? Never mind.
Oh, we ain't gonna do that, Mike. It's over. Come on, man. Let's end this conversation, Mike.
That is the craziest thing in the world.
I know, man. I know.
Because I think I'm right. you know, I can give you misinformation as long as I feel
Mike,
that
the
information.
first thing is, Mike, it's up to you to take the information. You got your own brain, Mike. You can't stop people from talking whether they right or wrong, Mike. It's up to you to take that man information and run with it. So let's stop making it with this. Everybody putting out false. You're a grown A man or a grown A woman. It's up to you to take the information and do something with it. If it's something you don't agree with, keep it pushing. Don't pay it attention. So we can't sit there and make like what he says is going to trans folks and they're going to all be. No. It's not going to be like that. That's all I'm saying, Mike. You're right in what you're saying because that's your opinion.
No,
I'm not going to sit here, Mike. All right, Mike.
So look, so J. Cole is in the news.
Yeah.
Let's talk about J. Cole and how wrong he was. So J. Cole is in the news. For those of y'all that may not know who J. Cole is a rapper. He's a famous rapper. And recently he was in the news because he apologized, which is weird. So, you know, anybody that's familiar with rap, you know, one of the things that's always been famous in rap is that rappers go back and forth about who the best is, right? They you know, I'm the best lyricist, and I'm the best this, I'm the best that. I got the most record sales. It's just a natural thing in rap. People do it all the time. And then you have those instances where people actually fight on record. Yeah. You know, it goes as far back as, you know, or as far back as I can remember. Phil may be able to remember a little further back, but I can only remember LL Cool J and Kool Moe Dee. That was a big thing at one point in time.
Kool Moe Dee and what was the dude? Harlem World. Kool Moe Dee and Busy B.
Yeah, Busy B.
RS1. BDP against the Juice Crew.
Yep. I mean, so beef and rap has always kind of existed, right? You get one MC to say something, and then another MC responds, and it's been like that forever.
Yeah.
There was recently a rapper by the name of Kendrick Lamar. Some of you may know him. He's one
King Kendrick.
That's another wrong opinion. Who's based off of misinformation. So,
King of New York.
So Kendrick, you know, listen, he's Grammy winning. He's won 12 Grammys. Yeah. He actually won a Pulitzer Prize. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a big deal. People was like, "Yo, he's the next one. He's the next one coming up, right?" Now, of course, Kendrick, you know, he'll put out a project once every 20 years, and then he'll go back.
Yeah.
So anyway, recently he dropped the diss track, and he was taking shots at I believe it was just Drake because I know
he shot some with Bump the Big Three. It's just Big Me. No,
I mean, he know, but I think, and I could be wrong. Lord knows I can be wrong. I think that
you gotta relax,
I think he was just taking shots at Drake.
Majority of the shots was for Drake, though.
I think the majority of them was Drake.
Majority was Drake.
But you know, he took some shots at Cole too. And of course, the hip hop world exploded. Like, oh my God, Cole gotta respond. He can't sit back and let Kendrick drop that and he don't say nothing. Next thing you know, J. Cole dropped the diss album.
And Cole got bars.
Cole got bars. I don't
know. Chop put me up on Cole. Cole got bars.
Middle Child, huh? Love Yours, huh?
I ain't never felt this way for Wet Dreams was my stuff.
Hey, J. Cole got them hits. Amari, you understand what I'm saying? He got some hits, and so he dropped the disc back, and it was hot. I liked it. Yeah. You know, he said some cool stuff.
He got him.
Then something weird happened. Maybe about a week or so later, he was at his concert. And he was talking to his audience, and then he publicly apologized to Kendrick Lamar for making a diss track. Now, y'all may be thinking, okay, but That's unheard of in the rap game. You think Ice Cube apologized for no Vaseline?
Mm-mm.
I was going to say something.
That was a murder. that ended NWA for real.
I was going to mention Eric, but then that would have been too easy. But do you think Cube apologized for no Vaseline?
No, he didn't.
You think Nas apologized for Ether?
Yep.
No. You think Pac apologized for Hit 'Em Up? No, he didn't. Nobody does that. You don't go at another rapper and then come back later and say, "Hey, dog, look, man, I apologize for what I said."
Mike,
nobody does that.
Hold on, Mike. Don't do it like that, Mike. He didn't do it like that, Mike.
Look, hey, dog, look, man. Hey, man,
Mike,
bro.
You didn't do it like that, man.
You my brother. I love this dude. He's my peer.
He wanted to go out here.
And he wanted to go to. Man, look, I ain't mean to do that, fam. I apologize. What? You apologize? The absolute audacity.
And he took the song. The song just went down off.
And you deleted. And you deleted the song.
Yep. It just went down today on all platforms.
Who does that?
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Man. Cole.
Mm-hmm.
That's who did it. And the hip hop world and the internet are losing their collective mind.
Oh yeah, they mad. They mad.
Mad.
They mad.
Because they want blood.
Yeah.
They want drama.
Yeah.
They need to. I need you to come back. We need that heat. Listen, you can't let this man speak on you and you not say nothing, and then you say something and you apologize for it. That's some punk. Man, listen. Who does that? I'm going to tell you who does it.
J. Cole.
Jermaine.
Mm-hmm.
Cole.
North Carolina home.
North Carolina. Dreamville.
Yes, sir. He did it at his festival.
He did it at his Dreamville festival.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I respect him for it.
Yeah.
I legitimately respect him for it. I know y'all thought I was going the other way, didn't you? That's because I'm cold. But no, I respect him. I have no problem with what he did. I don't. Here's what a lot of people don't understand. J. Cole is almost 40 years old. He's been in this game for a while, which means that hopefully over the course of the years, he's grown and he's evolved. Why is it that when people show some sign of maturity, there's a problem? Do you know right now, it's grown men talking about, I'm taking my J. Cole posters down and I'm burning my whatever it is. First of all, let's talk about the fact that you're a grown man with another man's post on your wall. Can you say pause?
Big pause.
I mean, you eating your corn sideways and looking at your, the long way and looking at your J. Cole poster. Stop it. You're a grown man with another man hanging up on your wall. Eric, I understand. But see, Eric, I know why you have men on your wall.
Eric.
I get it.
Eric.
I understand. I understand exactly why you have men hanging up on your wall. I'm surprised they're not hanging in other places. I get it.
Hey, but Mike, man, listen, man. Man, this been like this little war. See, the purists, the hip hop purists, the reason.
Come on, drop it on. Tell
the reason why a lot of them is upset, Mike, because people don't understand this little 3-man war been going on low key for about 13 years. It started when Kendrick did that Control verse. And he had to jab people up. Then he did the BET Awards Cypher that same year in hip hop. And he threw some jabs at Drake.
Oh, he been throwing shots.
How gangsta on you, I'm bulletproof and all that. He said King Kendrick, because he said in Control verse, he was the king of New York. Well, all the rap, that's when all the rappers did a freestyle Control. So they been throwing like little jabs in songs for like 13 years. So the hip hop purists that can pick up lyrics, they pick them up. But I have no problem with them apologizing, but I say this. J. Cole, you're a beast with the bars. But this is what you can't say no more in your bars, because you say this all the time.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
You can't be referring to you the best and I got the smoke if you want it, because he just said in several of his songs how he wanted to bring it to him and all that stuff. And the smoke did come to you, J. Cole. And you kind of, which I respect, because truth be told, man, J. Cole is not that. They ain't his flavor, man. He makes songs about mental health. He made a song about a wet dream. That's not his flavor, Mike. So him trying to get into that type of stuff, that's more of a Drake thing.
Drake?
Yeah, that's the more of a Drake thing. Oh, man, please.
Drake?
Come on now, back to back. Don't do
Drake?
That, don't do that, man. But that's more of a let me tell you
the type of dude Drake is. Drake is the type of dude that'll pick up a bruised apple and say, "Who hurt you?"
No, man, Drake known for going in, your girl DM. The reason why that song is out with Metro Boomin, Future,
that's the type of dude that Drake is. Drake the type of dude that'll get on the elevator and the music's playing. He was like, "Yeah, this slap."
Yeah,
that's the type of dude Drake is.
They say Drake getting your girl's DM.
I don't care how many DMs he's sliding in. Drake ain't that dude.
That's why he got a lot of beef with a lot of these rappers, man, over women.
Let me tell you about Drake. Drake is the type of dude that'll blow on a flaming hot Cheeto to try to cool it off.
Yeah.
That's the type of dude Drake is.
But it had been Drizzy season since 2009. And
Drake been winning since 2008. Yeah.
It's been the big three. It's been hit. It was the big four. It was Big Sean, Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake.
Right.
Big Sean fell off. So it's been a big three for the past 10 years. The Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick. And they've been on different records. They've been throwing like little jabs at each other. Mm-hmm. And if you really listen to bars, you would pick them up. And it just came ahead because Metro Boomin got a little female. Drake been going them little DMs. So him and Future and J. Cole came and made that song. And him and Future and Kendrick made that song. Kendrick came at him. J. Cole came back, which was a nice one. He came back real nice. But that's not J. Cole flavor. That's not who he is. That's not.
But let's look at the bigger picture, though. Let's look at the fact that in his apology, he said that after he there was a couple things that stood out. Number one, he was talking about how, he had about 1,000 messages on his phone. People was like, "Man, we got to slide. We got to do this. We got to do that. And you got to get at him. You got to do this. You got to do this." And so he said that he did it because the people was compelling him to do it. That's number one. He said that he was compelled to do it by the folks around him. Second thing he also said, he was like, after I did it, I immediately felt bad because it was just something that didn't sit well with me. Because he said, I don't really feel this way about this man. He said, but I responded the way the people wanted me to respond because the world wanted blood. That really kind of took me aback because you think about how many people react based off of what people tell them what they should do or how they should do it. Even when it goes against who they really are, they do it to appease people. And some of us do stuff that's detrimental to us just because we want to appease other people. So he was like, he said, I did it because the world wanted blood. I didn't want it. He was like, because I ain't got nothing against this man. And so, but he was like, and then I made all these, he said, I've talked about this man's, discography and the works that he put out. And he was like, and I don't really feel that. He said, I love the work that he did, but this is what the people wanted me to do. And so him apologizing, number one, I think shows two things. It shows that man is just mature.
Yeah, it shows
he's almost 40 years old.
Yeah.
Listen, if you in your, let me say this, and this is a little off subject. This is one of those things where some of y'all might get offended. If you in your 40s and you still using the words like "hey gang" and "on phone them,"
man, nobody doing that. Nobody doing that, Mike.
Bill,
man, I still on somebody up my age saying that mess to me, man.
I promise you. Dudes.
You better be somebody. You better be a family member or somebody close to me playing with me like that, man.
I know some dudes be like, "hey gang," and I'll be like,
"Man, you better not call me no doggone gang, man." I wish you would.
Like, and you got on skinny jeans, and you trying to dress like these 19 and 20-year-olds, and you in your 40s. You better listen. Let that stuff go.
Yeah, man.
I'm not telling you that you got to dress like you're a retiree, but now you need to dress your age, fam.
Yeah.
Dress your age. And I use slang. Everybody use slang, but it's come on. Every other
don't call me no gang, Mike.
Every other word that comes out of your mouth is bro.
Don't call me no gang.
Hey gang, hey bro, hey, on phone no, hey, on phone now. Shut up. Just shut up. I mean, Jesus. So he's 40.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why am I beefing with this dude? Number two, he realized where his lane was.
Yeah, that ain't him.
Some of us know where our lane is, and we still drive outside that lane.
Stay in your lane, man.
Sometimes you just need to stay in your lane. You just got to do it. And it's okay. I don't do nothing outside of what I know. I'm just not doing it. Like all that stuff Phil be doing outside, I don't be messing around with that stuff he be doing.
What are you talking about?
I'm not putting it out there. I'm just saying.
Mike, you silly man.
All that stuff Phil be on.
Ooh, hey. This ninja here, man.
Hey, I say, look, dude,
but you know, Mike, man, you really can't get mad at that, man.
You can't. And here's why. Not to cut you off.
That wasn't his thing, Mike. Go ahead.
It wasn't his thing. But then think about this. Do you know how many rappers have died just in Chicago over the last, say, 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Because they had some beef with another dude that made a song and said something that they didn't like.
Yep.
Or felt that they was disrespected.
Yep.
And because that guy said something, people was like, yo, they people wanted blood. Yep. So they responded in kind, and then it kept going back and forth and back and forth until that stuff spilled off of the record and spilled right into the street.
Yeah. It's like the little boy a couple of years ago, little JoJo J, remember? He was on land. I'm on 69.
Yep.
And they came and got him.
Hey, when you tell somebody to pull up,
this past BET Awards show, everybody was complaining. Talking about they had number female rappers on there. You
know why?
Men are either dead or in jail. That's why they only had a lot. They had more female rappers on that show last year.
Yep.
All the male rappers are dead or in jail.
A lot of these young guys, man, they're either dying,
Yeah,
or they're in jail because of beef. Do you realize that we lost two of the biggest rap stars in the game?
Yep.
Because of some beef.
Because a lot of you got started. Y'all gonna eventually talk about that, Mike, but I'm gonna leave it alone. We're gonna leave it alone.
You know what? First of all, the Tupac slander will not be tolerated on this podcast. I said we're gonna leave it alone, but no.
Had he not lied,
I know what you meant.
Had he not lied,
I know what you meant.
Went on. Well, no, I'm lying. I can't put it on him because
I'm about to say now
that Bad Boy and really be honest with you, Mike, that whole Death Row Bad Boy thing, that beef was something that happened in Jermaine's pre-birthday party in Atlanta. Puffy bodyguard killed Suge's best friend. That's how that beef truly started. It just so happened that Pac told that little lie on Biggie them, and he got mad at them, and that was like added on to the fire. But that whole beef started in Atlanta, Georgia, at Jermaine Dupri birthday party. If you want to be honest about it.
But we lost two of the biggest stars in rap.
Yeah,
because of some beef.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody was mature enough to say, "Hey." Because nobody could step away. Nobody could. It was no resolution. None.
Dudes had to start putting on shiny suits and dancing just to try to get records sold. Cause folks weren't buying music. Artists weren't going on to different states. It was messed up. It was sad.
Who was wearing shiny suits and dancing?
You know, man, when he first died, hip hop was at a standstill, and then your man came out with the band around the world, and they went to the shiny suit phase and all the R&B tracks and all that stuff. That's how the hip hop got back kicking. Folks want to mess with gangster rap for a minute when Pac and Biggie died.
Yeah, because it had gotten
out. Folks want to mess with that.
And here's the messed up part about it. When this whole thing started going down, when Kendrick dropped this track, and you had Cole and Kendrick fans, of course, going at each other.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'm on these forums, which is, sometimes I need to kind of step away because you need to detox from social media every now and again. But I'm on these forums and I'm reading this stuff and I'm looking at this stuff that people is posting. And it's like you threatening somebody else's life because of a song. I mean, like it's beef in the comments section. People telling other folks to pull up and I'm from here and I'm from here and
drop that Addy. Drop that Addy.
Yeah. Drop that Addy though. And I'm like,
but Mike, these are folks in their 40s and 50s.
Theo, this is what I'm saying. It's not the young people. It's the late 30s and 40-year-olds
and 50-year-olds
and 50-year-olds. And you all are literally in the comment section talking about some pull up then. What? Who's doing that? And why? Don't you got some kids to take care of somewhere?
Hey man. But that's the curse of social media, man. It gives people that ain't got nothing to do something to do.
But just think and you know what? I'm glad. And people was like, J. Cole lost a lot of respect and he lost a lot of fans. But did he though? I don't think he lost any true fans. Do I think some people may stop listening to him? Yeah. And people are going to have their opinion. He can't say this and he can't say that. And just like you said earlier, he can't talk about, wanting to smoke and stuff like that.
Can't talk about that no more, Mike. You can't, man, because smoke was brought to you, Mike, and you apologize. That's the only thing I got. You can't be saying don't say my name or bring, if you got smoke, bring it. You can't be saying that no more. Because folks have seen that with Smoke Kane, you apologize at your festival, which he had the right to do, but you still happy with the ish, Mike. People want to see, people have been waiting for 13 years to see these three guys.
I know. This is what I'm saying.
And when Kendrick hit that verse, folks were salivating. Yeah, it's gonna go on.
It was like blood in the water.
Hey, but word on the street though, they say that Drake done been in the studio and Kendrick been in the studio.
Hey, I heard Drizzy got some heat coming, boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They say Drake. I'm telling you, but people don't. That little high yellow ninja, man. don't get him twisted, man. Y'all better keep on, man. What he did to Meek was kind of surgical.
Yeah.
He said you getting bodied by you getting bodied by a singing ninja. Come on, man. Meek ain't been the same ever since, man.
And he tweak it. He said, did he put on that shiny suit and was like, I'm coming out?
Yeah, man. You know, man, hip hop got it at a stance where it wouldn't
was
move.
Was Mace after Biggie?
Mace, that's what Mace was the era right after Biggie and Pac.
Like right after Biggie, right?
Like like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
That's when Mace came.
Listen.
That's why RIP to X, because X took it back to the streets when he came out. He took niggas out of shiny suits and put them back in Timbs. Yeah, he did.
Can I be honest with y'all? Hey, again, this is off subject. Is there an age limit on when you should stop wearing Timberlands?
No. I'm gonna be 70 years old wearing my Timbs. I don't give a shit. I don't care how nobody feel.
Hey, fam.
No.
Them Timbs be nasty work sometimes, Phil.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. It be nasty work, but sometimes. But see, the whole thing is, you don't see back in the days, you used to wear Timbs all the time. You don't wear Timbs all the time now,
bro. People
every now and then, you feel a little gutty. You throw them on with the open laces. You throw them on. Them Timbs. Mike, listen. I'll be 1,000 years old, and you gonna see me with some Timbs on.
You gonna be on your walker with some Timberlands.
Sir, with some Timbs, sir. Yes, sir.
I feel you. Listen. I really didn't have a problem with him apologizing.
No, man.
There has to be a point. There has to be a point where you have to be able to mature. It's crazy to me because some things I notice about rappers and their fans. It's like it's almost as if their fans don't expect them to grow. Like, do you know for a long time, like when Jay-Z made 444, people was mad because he was just talking about some grown man stuff.
Oh, my son, my you talk about pains and all this.
He's talking about things now that are pertinent to him now. He's not hustling anymore.
Yeah.
Why is he still going to try? Why is he going to try to make music about something that he has been detached from for years?
No.
He's not going to do it.
I can't see no billionaire still talking about bricks and re-ups and all that stuff. No, I can't see that, man. Come on.
It's hard. It's been stepped on, so it's hard for me to sell it. It's like,
man, come on. That's just like Dre and Q still hollering straight out of Compton. They probably been there 30 years.
They ain't lived in Compton in 30 years.
Come on, man. No, bro. No.
That's just like Kanye be talking about Chicago. Bro, you've been living in Calabasas for the last 20 years?
20 years, probably more.
Probably more.
But it's that's like I said, it all depends on the person's mental. You got some old folks our age, Mike, that still think it's 1993. I kid you not. And people laugh when I say that, but you got some folks our age that still think it's the 90s.
I know. It's crazy. What'd you say, Eric? Where'd you get the man up gear? I ain't saying I get anything, but I didn't know y'all had a store. First of all, thanks for not wanting to support. I appreciate that.
But not getting.
But actually, this is I got this jersey and the baseball jersey. I got those custom made, and I ordered these. Now the t-shirts, I have a store and I don't have a store because it was one of those things where it's like, I made the store because I'm like, hey, you can buy a t-shirt and support the podcast, and people didn't buy them. Yeah. And so it was just like, I'm not going to keep paying for, a domain for a store that's not getting any traffic. So it's like, now if, I'll make a t-shirt and I'll wear it to promote, but I don't really sell them. Now, if somebody just happened to ask, like, oh, that's a cool t-shirt, and if they want one, I can get them one. But yeah, the jersey was custom made, and the baseball jersey I have, that was custom made. And I got a couple more. I actually got a couple on the way that I got. And but yeah, that's what that is. So no, we don't have a store. Had one, but we no longer have it. And he said, why are my people called ninjas now? Well, I mean, we try not to use the other word. And he said it's because we're efficient. That's like asking why we call the other folks premiums instead of crackers. What? We gonna start calling them saltines.
I'm telling you, man. Eddie got a little funny side to him, man. For real.
Yeah. You know what? Hey, let me say this, and then we're pretty much done, man. Look, I do want to sum up the whole thing. I appreciate J. Cole's. I will say I appreciate him being true to himself. Yeah. And I think that's what I got most out of it, is that, it wasn't so much about he took an L and none of those things, but it was like, this is something that I feel personally just didn't sit well with me.
Right.
And so, I don't want this to be what defines me, and so look, I apologize to my brother, because he I respect him. I respect his art, and I apologize to the fans and whatever. And I respect that. I'm not as butthurt as some of these other people are, because why would he apologize? And I absolutely agree with Phil this time in regards to him saying that, he can't, all that stuff that you was bragging on.
No, you can't do that now, Joe.
And how you said
that's not you.
You be squeezing off shots and all that stuff.
Jabs and the shots. You gotta stop saying that. Now, say my name and bring the smoke here, because
no. Because let's say this. Because every rapper talks about how great they are, right? Like, I wouldn't expect him to stop doing that.
No, you still talk about great you are, but don't talk about,
but you talk like
bringing smoke to you,
like gun bars and all that stuff. Yeah, man, stop that.
Jay still one of the top lyricists. He's
still that dude. He
ain't knocked that.
He is definitely still that dude. Look, I did want to mention this. So I was watching Eddie's show last night, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but Eddie, I was watching you last night, man, and I don't know, but it seems like you are getting more comfortable with, with not necessarily what you're doing, because I believe you're just a natural teacher, but like just the whole, this, what we do, like there's a certain comfort level that seems to be different than when you first started. Like you really seem to be settling into the role that you set for yourself, man.
Yeah, the feel things.
Yeah, and I commend you, because like I was when I was watching last night, I was kind of smiling. I'm like, man, Eddie really kind of, taking this mantle, and he's kind of really going with it. And I was it's like, man, it was pretty cool.
Thank you, Eddie, for the shout out too. I saw this.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't know how I missed it. And I don't even know what prompted me to read, because if I'm going to be honest, I never read those forewords and stuff like that. I just don't.
No, Jackie had downloaded, so I was just going through, and I have to go.
And that's exactly what I did.
Out.
I downloaded it. I'm just going through the stuff, and it never even dawned on me to read the foreword. And it just so happens that I don't know why I was reading it yesterday, but I'm reading it, and then I was like, oh snap!
You put the link up and everything, man.
Yeah, I was like, man, that dude,
hey, Eddie, my brother.
Man, I appreciate that.
Thank
man.
you so much, bro.
I appreciate the support, and that's why I try to support Erudition as much as I can. Even if I can't, watch live, I always try to go back and watch it. I try to share as much as I can. I ain't gonna say because sometimes I just forget because I watch it and then I move on. But then I'll go back and reshare it, and I try to support in whatever way I can, man, because I appreciate how you support us. I always appreciated that, and you've been a friend of the show, and we thank you for your support, and just know that we will always continue to support you and everything that Erudition is doing. What is that, Eddie? Is that what? Yeah, the new time, man. Yes. Hey, I don't know what it is, but that later time, I'm more inclined to sit back and be like, huh.
No, because Eddie, you're gonna catch them soon they get home.
Yep.
You're gonna catch them soon they get home.
Yeah. So that later time, I don't know what. Listen, because we was doing our show at 6:00
on Tuesdays.
We was doing. I'm not gonna even tell you.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna even tell you why that was a disaster.
We switched to Fridays and jumped to 7:00.
Although I could get into that conversation, but
it's been great though. 7:00 been great for us on Fridays.
7:00 Fridays have been the best thing for us. I don't know why, and but something about that 7:00 hour, man. People are drawn to it. If they're not out and about and they're at home,
trust me,
they'll watch. Yeah, and you know what, Eric? And what here? It wasn't that people wasn't watching on Tuesday. It's just that at a certain time,
we would lose our audience.
A certain event would happen.
We lose our
and
audience.
We would lose a good portion of our audience. And so again, not going into that, that's why we decided to go with the different time. But I like the fact that we're later because and we're on Friday because there was no pressure for us to try to hurry up and get it done.
And if we can go over and all that stuff.
And if we decide
we lose our audience by 6:45, our audience is gone.
Just drop. It's like, man, what really happened? And we knew what happened. But again, I'm not gonna get into it. But yeah. So did it have something to do with ninjas? Oh yeah, it definitely has something to do with ninjas. Yes, absolutely it did.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
but again, because we don't want no beef. We don't want no internet beef.
He said Tina has a program on tomorrow.
Does she? I thought she was on Mondays.
Yeah.
Or she's doing
probably doing a special events tomorrow.
Okay. Cool.
Eddie, or did Tina change her schedule, Eddie?
No, she's still on Mondays because at least I thought I saw her on Monday.
I'm talking maybe she want to do it another day or something.
Oh no. Had to take a quick shot.
Oh my God, Mike. It's gonna be nice this weekend though, Mike, man.
You may not know this, but my birthday is Sunday. Hey, I'm telling you now, bro. If the Lord say the same, next year for my 50th, we going to Vegas. I'm getting
to. How old you'll be 40? You ain't 50 yet.
I told you old,
Phil. Mike.
What you thought I'd be kidding? You old.
You'll be 49.
I'll be 49 Sunday.
Why I thought you was older than that.
Because you wanted me to be the same age as you. But no, I'll be 49 Sunday. But listen, next year,
Let's get it.
If we still around,
are we gonna be in next year? God willing. God got us covered.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, it's going Vegas. It's going down, bro.
I'm with you.
And so I'm getting the plans together right now, so we can start getting some prices together, and I'm taking the boys because Gabe will be legal on the 29th. He'll be 21.
Oh, you have two legals now.
Gabriel will be 21 on the 29th, man.
Man, I'm getting old, man. I remember the boys was,
man. I can't even look at baby pictures without getting teary-eyed, man. It's crazy.
Like, dang, man. Shorty was like, Mike and Gabe was like shorties, man.
Yeah, man. I was looking at your wedding pictures the other day.
Dang,
and I was looking at them. I was like, man, they were little even now. And that wasn't even that long ago, but they were just little guys, man.
Shorty. They were shorties, man.
I got two illegals. You probably don't want to put that on Facebook because
Eddie, say it a different way, Eddie. Don't say that.
He said I got two illegals. Wait, what?
Wait a minute, Eddie. Don't say it like that. He said I got two illegals.
Oh my goodness. That's funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. Life. Oh God.
Well, it's gonna be nice this weekend. At least that's a good thing for you. It's gonna be almost 80 Sunday.
I ain't got no plans, man. It's terrible.
Yeah, I ain't got. I don't know. I might go play some music tomorrow, but I ain't got really. The plans is just going to church Sunday. I really ain't got no plans like that.
I might
go play some music tomorrow.
Look, I might show up Sunday.
Yeah, come to church for your birthday, man.
Yeah, man. And it's funny. I don't know if we're doing anything. And if we are, they haven't said anything. I don't think we are. But anyway, oh yeah, Eric, you know what? I saw that video. Was crazy. We'll talk about that. And you know what? I do want to work on maybe getting you on in the next week or so. And maybe what we'll do is one day, if you're free on a Wednesday, because we normally have our little production meetings on Wednesday. If you want to be in on the meeting, so we can maybe toss around some ideas for a show topic that you can guest on, man. I think that'll be dope. So we'll definitely do that. Listen, this was a good one. I love these heated discussions, man. I absolutely enjoy them.
Me and my brother, hey, I love my brother-in-law to death.
Yeah,
I'm a ride with the wheels fall off. If we just cause we have a disagreement, don't think that we're gonna be mad at each other or nothing. That's called good conversation.
Yes, sir.
So ain't nothing to it. You know.
No. Look,
that's my dude right there. That's my people, right? Let you know.
Look, after we moved on to J. Cole, I ain't thought no more about it.
Yeah, man. But J. Cole, real talk, man. Don't be telling people to bring that smoke, man. That's all I got.
Look. No lie. If he go missing, look, you know why. You know why he ain't coming back.
Wait a minute. If he'll go miss life, it's gonna be a woman. Now I ain't going nowhere,
look,
man.
You don't see me next week. What's up, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to the Man of Real.
Now, Eric, me and this dude been going through this mess for what, 7 years now? So we done had several disagreements on here, man. But that's my dude, man. I ain't going nowhere. Man. That's my dude.
So it's good.
Yeah, ooh, that's my family.
Look, one of my favorite ones when we was talking about what was that movie? What was it? The Black Messiah.
We gotta find a way to do some reactions to those old. I'm talking about the old ones, man. Like,
oh no,
yeah, man.
Old videos are cringeworthy, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about it's some, Mike, but you don't realize they are, but some of those that we used to do back in the days, man, there was some good.
It was
man,
good.
That Ray Lewis one, man. That Ray Lewis one. We did have some good shows, man. I'm talking about, bro. Man, I've got history, y'all. Y'all just don't know, man. We got a catalog. That's one thing I can say, man. We have a catalog. We actually have a catalog.
Maybe we'll do that for the anniversary.
Yeah, man. We gotta gotta figure out a way to just get up some old videos, man. I'm talking about some ones that, yeah, they're gonna be cringy, but
they real cringy, bro.
we got a history, man. I'm talking about it's, man, dude. We got a history,
real,
y'all.
Some of them are real cringe. But
we
yeah, man, it's been, that one. Oh my god, man, Eddie, we had a heated one about that one.
Black Messiah was the one. Hey, that was one of them, Eddie. Eddie, remember that was one of them, man.
Yeah, we had a heated one on that one. That was crazy.
So yeah, me and Mike been going through this for years, y'all. So we're gonna have disagreement. It's not meant for him to agree with everything I say. It's not meant for me to agree with everything he say. But Man Up is still going. 7 years of strong.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Eddie.
Ray Lewis preaching that.
Oh man, we talked about Ray Lewis so bad around the time when Kaepernick was kneeling, man. Oh my goodness.
Man, brother Eddie, we went in on that man, dude. We went in on Ray Lewis, man. I'm talking about
Mr. Rashad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm talking about. Man, y'all just don't realize, man. It's like, man, we was doing this stuff with lapels.
That's not very inclusive.
Man, man, that's not very inclusive.
It's inclusive because even when you say man, it includes everybody.
Yeah.
So you stop that, Eric. You stop gaslighting.
Yeah, Eric trying to gaslight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your colonizer at? He ain't came in yet. Why you still
Come on,
there?
Mike? Don't do that. Don't listen to Eddie say that. Don't do that, man. Don't call that man made a colonizer.
That's how he refers to him as the colonizer. What do you want me to do? He calls him that.
Brother Eric is in an interracial relationship with a man of the Caucasian persuasion.
He calls him the colonizer.
He did. Eric wrong for that. My colonizer.
It's hilarious, though.
He is a colonizer.
Oh my god.
But yeah, man. I'm talking about, man. We got some history on here, man.
Yeah,
we really do.
Dude. That's a long time, man.
I told y'all, man, we did the Ball Brothers.
Yeah.
Man, we did some. I'm talking about. Yeah, man.
Hey, yo. Oh my goodness. Hey, real quick, and then we're gonna get up out of here. You know I'm gonna tell you what was really encouraging. I had a few people to reach out to me last week, and they told me how when they were watching the show, they was like, dude, I didn't know y'all show was like this. And he was like, man, I was watching it and I felt like, like y'all, like the way the one guy was explaining it, he was just like, man, I be trying to find stuff that I can watch, with like-minded people. And he was just like, he was like, dude, I'm sitting up there and I'm watching and I'm laughing. And he was like, I ain't laughed like that in a minute. And he was like, it was like I was just having a conversation with my guys. And he was like, and he was like, even with the comments that I was putting in there, he was like, I didn't feel like I was being judged or looked at weird or anything like that.
We don't do that over here, Mike.
Man, but it made me feel good that he felt
encouraging.
That he felt comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about.
That's what make you want to keep going.
Yeah. That's
what make you want to keep going when you think that all is bleak. It's stuff like that makes you want to keep going. So I appreciate that.
And I'm gonna be honest with the fact that Eric still hangs around and watches us. I'm like that. Look, that's encouraging enough.
But
right
he's loyal.
there.
I appreciate him for it. Eric is loyal. Light up them comments, whatever you say, but you do be going overboard.
Man, keep that stuff cut. Look, and even Eddie and all of our heathenism, he still watches.
Yeah. You see, we doing Nick Ninja. My bad, brother Eddie. But I get it though. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that because they help me take some out of my diatribe that I really shouldn't use. But I'm gonna be real with you, brother Eddie. When I'm not on here and somebody make me mad, I'm gonna call them that word. I'm just letting you know that, brother Eddie.
You know what? We really need to talk about that though. And the reason why I say that is because I think we've misled ourselves we've been misleading ourselves for years into thinking that we have really taken the power out of that word, because we really haven't.
Yeah, because you could say
think about
that
it
word all day long, and a white person say that word to you,
and we're instantly
ready to break their neck.
How is it then that we've taken the power away from it and it instantly gets us to a place?
Because we turn to terms of endearment.
You know, but I'm just
that's
saying.
The excuse. The excuse is that we have taken the word and turned to terms of endearment.
It's a term of endearment. Well, come on, nigga, get you something to eat. What you call me? That's all I'm saying.
That's a good conversation, Mike.
If we really took the power away from that word, then why are we so pressed when other people say it? Because here's the thing. That's just like if you was really over your ex and you saw her at Applebee's sitting at the bar with dude sipping on a martini.
And you trying to fight dude?
You still want her.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't over her.
That's a good conversation, Mike.
You're not.
That's a good conversation.
And you've been lying to yourself, talking about I ain't thinking about her, I ain't worried about her. And the moment you see her with another dude, you triggered. Yeah, you lied.
That's a good conversation. Oh yeah, in the midst of this weekend, Mike, I'm
gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it. Oh, listen, because we're gonna talk on that tomorrow. We're gonna talk on that next week, y'all. Because the that Good Times cartoon, that's out now.
I watched all 10 episodes, so I'm ready.
Phil sat up there and watched all of it,
mm-hmm.
And so we're gonna talk about that because I had a problem with the trailer. And I think it's foolery, but he said watch it and give it a chance. Although I don't want to, because that's like supporting it, and I really don't want to support it.
But no, I do. It's for research. To say that you're researching, and I'm okay. I tell you this, Mike. You don't have to watch the whole episodes, but just get a gist of each episode. That's all I'm asking.
You know what this like? It's for. Let me do one of these lines for research.
It's for research, man. Hey, man, they got Larry Lightfoot in and everything, Mike. I'm not trying to tell the thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. It's that's why I want you to watch it, because I just want you. I mean, you don't have to enjoy it. I just want you to just watch it.
Yeah,
it's 10 episodes. I just want you to watch it, man, and just watch it, man, and just understand.
I'll watch it. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So we definitely gonna talk about that, Eddie. And I want you, if you're available, to be on for that conversation.
That's a good conversation. And you know what, Tina? Yeah. Well, I don't think we can. I don't know. I don't know. No, yeah. Because that is a good conversation, man. Because
that's true.
You know.
Yeah, right. It's for research.
Yeah, it's for research. We're gonna do a little research. I did the research already.
Sir, you were arrested for prostitution. Your Honor, it was for research.
Yeah. We're gonna do a little research. It's for research. That's all.
It's for research.
So
we're gonna definitely check that out. We'll probably talk about that on next week. But look, we're about to get up out of here. We didn't ramble on long enough.
Yeah.
That's it for us on tonight. Listen. Enjoy your weekend.
Please be safe. Yes, sir.
Be safe. Be mindful. Be cognizant of the people and the things going on around you.
Yep.
Because ninjas is crazy.
They are.
And it's starting to warm up. And they starting to get crazy already.
And if you're in Chicago, this weekend is going to be close to 80. So please be careful out here.
It's going to be one this weekend. So just be mindful. Listen, hug on your loved ones a little bit more. And if you ain't doing nothing else, man, listen, just enjoy yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with a little self-love. And no, Eric, I don't mean that type of self-love. But there's nothing wrong with a little self-love.
You know what, man? You and Eric, man, it's ridiculous.
Woo, that's good stuff. So look, man, if it's nothing else, Mr. Hines, anything before we leave?
Nope.
All right. So look, on behalf of Philip Hines, aka Mr. Classic, and myself, your host, Mr. Mike Wiley, this has been the Man Up Real Talk podcast. And if the Lord say the same, we will be back here, same back time, same back channel. So until we talk again, my friends, y'all get 2 fingers to the side. Make sure you holler at your boys because we out.
Peace.
Play my intro, outro.